Bam was so comfortable in there, it didn't look like it was effortless.
And then it's like the knockout. It's good to win on points every round, but like the knockout was special. Slipped about 5 or 6 shots, just slip counter with a left hand. Wonderful fight. 25 years older, I think. 25, like going further up the pound for pound list every fight.
Some fighters are just different. You put your eyes on them, they look different from the other guys. There's a handful of guys like that in boxing toward the top of the pound for pound rankings, and Bam Rodriguez is one of them.
Right now, Jesse Bam Rodriguez looks unstoppable. He isn't just beating world champions, he is dismantling them with a level of precision that we haven't seen in the lower weight classes for a long time. After his latest masterclass, the entire boxing world is asking for one thing: a super fight against the monster, Naoya Inoue. It feels like destiny. It feels like the next logical step. But while the fans are booking their flights to Japan, one boxing legend is slamming on the brakes.
Couple of quick other fights there, and I know they deserve some time, but I don't want to keep you all day. Bam Rodriguez, I mean, just kind of makes it look easy out there against guys that are world champions, elite fighters. I mean, I think now he's top 5 pound for pound. I think he's maybe 25 years old. I mean, I guess my question to you, Tim, can he beat the monster? Can he slay the monster?
Come on, man. Come on. Look, man. There's weight classes for a reason, right? Ain't that what we say all the time? I know Bam is special. Look, man. Look, you gotta go up to 118, 122. You know what I mean? Like those a couple of weight classes up, Bam. I think Bam is very skillful. I love Bam. I love his style. I think he's a tremendous fighter, man. One of the best we've ever seen. But the monster, I think right now, man, is too mature right now.
Tim Bradley, a man who knows exactly what it takes to survive in the ring with elite killers, has issued a severe warning to Bam Rodriguez. He isn't saying Bam isn't good. He's saying that stepping into the ring with Inoue right now might be a career-ending mistake. To understand why this warning matters, you first have to respect just how good Bam looked in his last outing. Tim Bradley didn't hold back his praise. He pointed out that while most fighters are operating on basic arithmetic, doing simple addition and subtraction in the ring, Bam Rodriguez is doing trigonometry and calculus. That is a massive compliment coming from a Hall of Famer.
Bam, remember Bam's still young too. Bam can be greater than what he is now. You know what I mean? He's one of the greats, man, for pound, young as he is.
What did you see in that fight?
I see Bam taking his time. You see how relaxed he was. Took his time, relaxed. Box when he wanted to box, use his jab, then fight him inside. And he's so comfortable, man. You know what I mean? A great fighter, man. He's a great fighter.
Excellent footwork.
Good.
Great. Like you always preach angles and shifting.
Yep.
Is he one of the best examples of that in boxing?
Oh yeah, he does it. He does. I mean, he's real good, man. He's real good. Man, ain't nothing you really say nothing about him. And he comes to fight.
Yeah.
He comes to fight. He'll box you, he'll fight you. You know what I mean? He got it all, man.
Now, you always critical of dudes that talk too much. At the press conference, the face-off, the guy was doing a lot of rapping, talking about what he was going to. Yeah, Bam was real calm.
That's what I'm talking about.
Are those the guys that you got worried about?
Them the guys you worry about, the ones that don't run their mouth and don't say how they say nothing. And Bam is one of them. You know what I mean? You got Boots, you know what I mean? And really, if you look at it, you got Virgil. Virgil don't really run his mouth unless somebody say something. You know what I mean? These guys, them the guys you look out for when it come down to fighting. You know what I mean? They sneak right up on you before you know it.
Bam is creating angles. He's finding openings before his opponents even know they've made a mistake. When you watch him fight, it looks effortless. He flows like water, dismantling high-level opponents without taking significant damage. This technical genius is exactly why so many people think he's the one man who can solve the Inoue puzzle. But Bradley argues that trigonometry doesn't matter much when the other guy is hitting you with the force of a freight train. Here is the cold, hard reality check. Bradley's hesitation has nothing to do with Bam's skill set. It has everything to do with biology. In his recent breakdown, Bradley emphasized one specific word when talking about Inoue: maturity. He's not talking about age or experience. He's talking about physical density. Naoya Inoue is a fully formed, physically prime monster who has grown into the super bantamweight division.
And he fought a brilliant fight, man. And let me just say this, everything that this man has been through, the ridicule, you know, dealing with guys like myself, dealing with the media, dealing with fans, non-fans, you know, just the doubters in general, you know, and for him to be able to bounce back from that, man, that alone right there is Hall of Fame material in my eyes. You know what I mean? Because I've been through that. You know what I'm saying? But what doesn't kill you will make you stronger. You know, and that's what people need to understand. You know, you can ask Shakur Stevenson about that. You can ask, you know, Teofimo Lopez about that, and all these other guys. You know what I'm saying? Like, people think that, you know, because I'm hard on these guys, or because, you know, I look at these guys from a different set of lens, that I'm wrong. You know what I'm saying? I'm wrong. No, it's my opinion. It's what I think, you know, but when they prove me wrong, you know what I mean? Like, that's joy to me. You know what I'm saying? You proved me wrong. You showed that, you know what I'm saying, that you nothing wrong with you. You all good.
Bradley believes the power difference right now is simply too vast. Inoue possesses a level of explosiveness that Bam hasn't touched yet. It's that man strength, the kind of power that doesn't just score points, it breaks bones and changes careers. Bradley's fear is that Bam, who would be moving up in weight, is walking into a trap where his speed won't be enough to keep the larger, more explosive man off him. Tim Bradley has a very specific theory about what it takes to beat Naoya Inoue. For years, he has argued that the only thing that will eventually trouble the monster is a fighter who matches his athleticism but brings more size to the table. He believes Inoue's kryptonite is a bigger, stronger athlete who can bully him. The problem for Bam Rodriguez? He is the exact opposite of that profile.
Here's the one thing that what will be a factor in that fight, in my opinion, and why I feel Inoue, Bam Rodriguez will be able to break Inoue down. Now, it's going to be dangerous. It's not going to be easy. Again, I love Inoue and the way he fights, but styles make fights. I know you guys have heard that a million times, and I just think Bam has the style, and this is how I feel that the fight will play out. I feel Bam will start landing that right jab on Inoue's left eye for the first 4 or 5 rounds. The eye is going to be swollen. He's so powerful with that jab. And when he comes in, he uses his footwork. Bam doesn't just come in. Inoue is used to fighting guys that usually on the back foot. And again, going back to Lewis Neri fight, he was not throwing any jabs in that fight at all. Nothing to set up those shots. It's just that Inoue likes to exchange, and Neri was able to land some big shots. Jesse uses his mind to get to positioning and distance. His distancing is great. And I think what would happen is Inoue would get frustrated with that power jab. And what's gonna happen is Inoue is going to start trading shots with Bam Rodriguez when they get close together. And Bam is so great in the inside pocket at landing that right uppercut and left hooks to the body. Now, Inoue is dangerous in those spots, but moving on the back foot, he is not as great as he is moving forward.
Bam would be the smaller man. He would be the one moving up 2 weight classes to chase greatness. This plays directly into Inoue's hands. Bradley warns that as Inoue climbs divisions, he's eventually going to run into a wall. But Bam isn't that wall. Bam relies on mobility and angles, but against someone with Inoue's timing and nuclear power, being the smaller man is a terrifying disadvantage. Bradley implies that Bam needs to fill out physically before he even thinks about signing that contract.
How do you think Bam versus Nakatani will go? Shit, that may be a rough one for Bam. Junto is really a big dude. I'm sorry, he's a super bantamweight right now. I don't give a damn where he's fighting. And he's way too tall and too damn smooth. Bam is a better fighter, but that is a tough hill. I think Inoue knocks out Nakatani. I do. Because Nakatani get there lower. And Inoue, but that's going to be rough for Bam. I would love that fight, though. Because Bam is probably, he's one of the most complete fighters in the world. When you say complete fighters, he's one of them.
So what should Bam do? Bradley isn't telling him to duck the fight forever. He's offering a roadmap to survival. Instead of jumping straight into the deep end with the most dangerous puncher on the planet, Bradley wants Bam to test the waters at 118 or 122 pounds first. He specifically mentioned names like Junto Nakatani or other champions in those weight classes. The logic is sound. You need to know what it feels like to get hit by a true bantamweight or super bantamweight before you stand across from the best of the division. If Bam jumps straight from his current weight to a fight with Inoue, the shock of that first solid punch could be the end of the fight. Bradley wants Bam to acclimatize, to get his body used to the impact, so that when he finally does face the monster, he isn't figuring out the weight difference while trying to survive a knockout artist.
Look, Bam, this is what I want to see Bam do, man. I want to see Bam go up to 118. I want to see him test the waters at 122. But, you know, get in there with a guy like Nakatani, man. Get in there with another guy like yourself. And improve it, right? That's just what it is, improve it. Bam picking up another strap, that's great. You know, this guy that he faced, it was nothing for him. I said he was gonna stop him. I said he's gonna stop him with a body shot that shouldn't go past 7 rounds. You know, this guy, you know, that he faced, Martinez, you know, give him respect, but he's not on Bam's level. Skill-wise, not on Bam's level. He just hit hard. He's a tough guy. Yeah. And that was it. And Bam made it look easy, of course. You know, you're gonna make it look easy because this guy right here, he's over here and he doing, you know, plus and minus in math. You know, Bam over here in trigonometry, and, you know, Bam is doing geometry and, you know, algebra 2 and, you know, and calculus, you know what I'm saying? He just
Don't forget calculus.
He's on a different level, right? You know what I'm saying? Skill-wise. So, yeah, it's going to look like that. The fight was boring. The fight was easy. It really didn't test anything other than, you know, his conditioning, Bam's conditioning. Because he threw a lot of punches trying to get this guy up out of there, man. And the guy was tough as nails until he found that kill shot, man. And it was just a nice, easy slip, outside slip, and a nice counter right on the money, bro.
Of course, fighters are wired differently than analysts. While Bradley is preaching caution, Bam Rodriguez is preaching war. Bam has already gone on record stating he is willing to fly to Japan to make this fight happen. He isn't looking for tune-ups. He isn't looking to test the waters. He wants the legacy fight right now.
How are you feeling about, you know, unifying the division against, I really can't pronounce his name properly. It's a really difficult name, but how are you feeling about unifying the division?
I'm feeling great. I'm happy to just be back in the mix. I was out since November, but finally the fight's finalized and now, so July 19th, I'm just ready to go out there and perform like always.
Is it at least a little bit difficult for you to kind of get up for this type of fight? I mean, I know it's the implication, but you've taken out like 3 legends. Yeah. Vardras, forgot the other guy. Rumbleside had a hard time, and obviously the last guy who just took on the pound for pound guy, Estrada. Yeah. So do you have like a difficult time coming up for a guy like this, knowing he just took out 3 legends?
No, not at all. I mean, I know what's at stake. He's a world champion himself, so for me to collect his belt and to unify the division, another division, it's motivating to me, and these are the kind of fights that actually get me up to train 100%, focus 100%, so I'll be more than ready.
Does it get annoying when people keep bringing up the name Inoue to you, man?
It does, but I mean, that's what they want to know. That's the fight people want to see, so I'm expecting those questions all the time.
Do you kind of look at Inoue like he's your Spence to your Crawford? He's like the Mayweather to your Pacquiao. You look at him like that?
I mean, nah, I don't, but I know a lot of people want to see that fight, like I said. So it's just a matter of time before it happens.
Do you think it's actually realistic though? You're still really young. He's turning, I think he's 31 or 32, so he is getting a little bit older. He still looks really great. Do you think it's just the fact of just like the timing is a little bit off with you guys?
I mean, yeah, I guess so in a way. Like you said, he's kind of a little older. I'm still young, but I mean, the fight can happen any day, so who knows?
This creates a fascinating tension. On one side, you have the old school wisdom of Tim Bradley, who has seen too many young legends burn out by taking the wrong fight too soon. On the other side, you have the hunger of a young lion who believes his technique can overcome any size difference. Bam's confidence is undeniable, and his willingness to go into the lion's den in Tokyo shows he doesn't fear the power Bradley is so worried about. But bravery has gotten a lot of fighters knocked out. Bradley drew an interesting parallel during his analysis, comparing the rise of young prodigies like Abdullah Mason and, by extension, Bam, to LeBron James coming out of high school. He noted that even the chosen one needed time to adjust to the physicality of the professional league. You don't just walk in and dominate grown men without growing into your own frame first.
In your opinion, Eddie, what is the best option for Bam right now?
Well, I think firstly it's important to say that I honestly think that Bam is probably at about 30 or 40% of his potential. Like, you have to understand, it's a very, very young man. You know, you talk about Crawford tomorrow night, obviously 10 years older than Bam. Like, you know, he's got such a long way to go in the sport. So the strategy and the plan and the path is really important at this stage. Juan Francisco Estrada has the rematch option. You know, I think he feels like that time out of the ring, you know, was a little bit of a handicap to him. We don't. We just think that Jesse was sensational. But it was a huge event, did huge numbers, and we'd be ready and willing to run it back. For me, I always believed that a fighter should chase the belts, should chase undisputed, and I think the Puma Martinez fight is a fight that really appeals to Jesse as well, because I think he wants to capture the belts. You know, when he moved from light fly to super fly in 1 week's notice, you know, he says, I want to go back down to light flyweight, and then vacated the super fly to go to flyweight. Then realised couldn't really make flyweight anymore. Now he's back at super fly. So for me, the plan has to be win belts at Superfly, and then eventually probably move to Bantam, and then keep going up the weight classes. I think you're looking at least a 3-4 division world champion. And who knows, you know, when this is the first time I've seen him out of camp where he doesn't look as heavy.
Bam is essentially in that transition phase. He is a prodigy. He is performing at an elite level, but he is still physically developing. Bradley sees Bam's current run as a graduation, but he warns that the jump to Inoue is a massive leap in competition. It's like skipping college and going straight to the NBA Finals against a prime dynasty team. The talent is there, but the physical maturity might not be ready for the collision that is coming.
I know one name that's been mentioned a lot is Naoya Inoue. I think you said you were 2-3 years off. Gut feeling, right? Will you two ever meet, do you think? I know 3 years, we're not sure where he might be at. I'm sure we know where you'll be at in 3 years, but gut feeling, yes or no, do you two ever meet in the boxing ring?
I believe so. I've always believed so, that we will meet eventually down the line, but it's just a matter of time. Hopefully, when the time comes, he's still around.
When you strip away the hype and the fan debates, Bradley's final prediction is sobering. He believes that if the fight happens next, Naoya Inoue is the clear favorite. He admits that Bam flows like water, and that his movement is beautiful to watch. Bradley's analysis suggests that Inoue's accuracy and power would eventually catch Bam, and because Bam is smaller, he wouldn't be able to absorb the punishment. It's a harsh assessment, but it comes from a place of respect. Bradley isn't hating on Bam, he's trying to protect him. He wants to see Bam rule the lower weight classes for years, not get crushed in a super fight he wasn't physically ready for.
That is a bad dude, you hear me? Say what you want, I know he's way over there in Japan or wherever he is, but that is a bad dude. You understand me? They don't give him the credit because we don't see him that much. That dude right there, I think that dude really is pound for pound number one. He just don't have the competition at that weight class to have that big fight to get it right now. And the United States don't know him because we don't have big fighters in his weight class over here that we know that good.
We only seen him against Fulton.
You feel me? So
he dominated Fulton.
You feel me? The one that we did have, look what he did to him. So he really number one pound for pound, but because he don't have the opposition to prove it, I gotta leave Bud there.
Right.
And the reason I leave Bud there because Bud was there for so long with the same problem anyway he had. He had no opponent to be able to prove it. You feel me? Nobody he could have fought to get in the ring and got in front of besides a Pacquiao who wouldn't fight him at the time that he could have used to prove it with. So he was number one, but he couldn't get a person to get in the ring with him until Earl did. You understand me? So anyway, I think he's number one, but he's going to be number two for now because he don't have that opponent, but that's a bad dude. He's definitely the face of boxing internationally for sure.
Yeah. Internationally.
Yeah. And in this country, you got Canelo, you got Bud, because Bud takes on all of them. And he just won the big showdown fight at the welterweight division, which is what Tommy Hearns and Sugar Ray Leonard left off at. So, I mean, that's never gonna be forgot. When anybody wins a showdown in the welterweight division, you definitely going close to the top of the pound for pound with this.
Yeah.
And he just did that, so he's number one pound for pound.
This leaves us with the ultimate question. Is Tim Bradley being too cautious? Or is he the only one seeing the danger clearly? Bam Rodriguez has proven everyone wrong before, and his trigonometry in the ring is something special. But Naoya Inoue is a generational force of nature.
Is there one fight that he wishes to have before he retires? Is there like a dream fight for him at all?
No one in particular.
Curious, Bam Rodriguez, is that a fighter that you watch, that you like, and that you see his skills and you give him respect?
I've seen him fight before.
今は現実的ではないから。
I don't think it's realistic at this point.
If Bam takes Bradley's advice, we might have to wait 2 years for this fight. If he ignores it, we might see fireworks or a devastating knockout much sooner. What do you think? Is Bam ready for the monster right now, or is he biting off more than he can chew? Let me know in the comments below. So that's all from today's video. If you enjoyed it, remember to leave a like, subscribe, and ring that bell icon so you never miss our upcoming videos. And don't forget to share your thoughts in the comment section. Stay tuned, and we will catch you in the next video.